Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Manning's Giants going up against Rodgers' Packers. So with that, let's get up to Lambeau Field. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Cobb in motion right. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Manning to throw on second down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury, and then when he came back.
And this will be caught at the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Now it's Jennings. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken what the defense will give him.
Fresh set of downs here. Play clock winding down. They run with a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, here's Manning. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athletic.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Jennings punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They come up in an offset eye. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
9 yards on the play and a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, it wasn't exactly home cooking, but being back in the area against Dallas did nothing to diminish Ty Montgomery's enthusiasm for playing against the Cowboys. Had 2 touchdowns in that game in his return back to his home area.
You're exactly right from Dallas. Played at Stanford, but he is a boy from the Big D. Had to feel good to hit pay dirt twice and get the win.
And how about what he's done this season? A receiver, kick returner. Now the primary ball carrier as a running back. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him in 2017.
Halfback sent in motion. Here's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete here on third down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers going to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver...
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Michael. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground, now on 3rd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he puts it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Manning on third down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. Pat Perkins didn't have the same success against Green Bay they had against Washington the final game of the regular season. Went from over 100 yards against them to 30 against Green Bay. But I think he's got a bright future with the Giants. I liked him coming out of UCLA.
Yeah, he was just a young rookie. His 100-yard game, though, in Week 17 for the Giants, their lone 100-yard rushing game of the season.
They started to look at him about mid-season as possibly the lead runner, and he ended up taking over that job. Let's see if he can hold it for 2017.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on third down, Manning. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 56 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out here in the eye. Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Taking it about the 36. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A Very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they win big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint. In particular, the ending of that Packers game and Cowboys, that was spectacular, was it not?
It was. It was like two heavyweights trading blows down the stretch, and neither one of them giving any type of an inch. But I think a lot of people wanted to discuss how Dallas got the tying field goal. Because, remember, they spiked the ball on 1st down, ran 2 more plays, and then kicked the tying field goal and left 35 seconds on the clock. So I've heard a lot of people upset about that. Here's where I stand very quickly. 35 seconds is not a lot of time. Kick the tying field goal, take the points, and hope that your defense can hold up. Aaron Rodgers just made some great plays.
Well, he made the play. What a job to extend that, throw it to Cook, and what a catch by Cook.
Incredible catch, stayed in bounds, and how about the call by the official, Rob Vernacci, on the scene, right on the spot, and made a decisive call that was correct.
Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packer. Janis, 60 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into...
That's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Manning. That is caught inside the 5. Here's a nugget, Charles, on OBJ. This year he had 101 catches, now 288 for his first 3 years in the league. That ties him with his former LSU teammate Jarvis Landry for most catches for a receiver in their first 3 years in the NFL.
And just think about it this way. LSU is known as a running back factory as well. So wide receivers coming into the league and doing the damage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, the 30. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
We have hit halftime. Never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And no escaping this this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
While we have a breather here, you and I were talking off air about the blue-chip quarterbacks remaining in the NFL playoffs. You got Brady, Roethlisberger, Rodgers, Matt Ryan, the only one of those without a ring.
How about that? And that's a heck of a collection. And the one without a ring, likely to be the 2016 MVP of the NFL. So blue-chip indeed.
And Brady, 4 rings, Roethlisberger 2, Rodgers 1. We'll see. Can Ryan get that first? Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ten yards to go on third. They come up in an offset eye. Now Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning going to throw. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike Daniels getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Now a play fake. Manning. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there, 44 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now out come the Giants. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Manning to throw on second down. They go screenplay with Jennings. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns, just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
Now Manning. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Giants are going to get a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Over the middle to Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That is caught at the 7. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Paul Perkins taking it in. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They go play action here on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Keenan Robinson coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He can't bring him down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal, And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Throwing on first down is Manning. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On second down, Perkins. And this will result in him losing. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Ball on the 3. 3rd down and goal. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little...
And he coughed it up. Caught on the right side by Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
319.
In motion right comes Cobb. Rodgers throwing here. This is Cobb with a catch right side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Cobb in motion right. Rodgers to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd down following the incompletion. Adams, the man in motion left. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. In motion right comes Cobb. Now Rodgers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Rodgers looking to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. For tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a dangerous team. The Giants are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against the Redskins team that knows they have to take care of the ball. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. First carry here for Shane Vereen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Hall of Famer Howie Long with the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On play action, now Manning, deep drop, going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big play there for the Giants. 65 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Marshall. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. Go.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriots.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He finds his target. It's Crowder. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Thompson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
On offense, a guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Cousins now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here we go now.
On third down, Cousins. Jackson's got it over the middle. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derek Carrier, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right?
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Second down, Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Matt Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Chris Thompson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And this one complete to Reed. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Cousins on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A second down throw for Cousins. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him swing another one.
They'll run again with Marine. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the dreaded third and long here for the offense.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Dwayne Harris, the intended target. Now fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They do go for it. It's Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Following the interception, Cousins out to the left here to Reed. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it, no yardage. Second down, Cousins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back near the goal line, Cousins looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. Here's Marine. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
No. Check, Patriot.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. Cousins now on second down. Out to the left here to Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Cousins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 55 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm. Try to hit his tight end, Donnell, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd down, Cousins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fresh set of downs here. First down, here's Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the vision. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Throwing is Cousins. Completes it right side to Dodson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket? Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Cousins on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derek Carrier with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they will take a knee here. Here's Brad Wing now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The play clock's running down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here on first down. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
I remember when he got selected, there was a lot of controversy about that because remember, Robert Griffin III, they made the big move up to take him in the first round. And people wondered, why would you take a second rookie quarterback? Well, it's because he's smart. He studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play, and now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Cousins now on second down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now a first down following that long gain. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Matt Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Three down. Hey, check. Here we go now.
They'll run here with Vereen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Time running out here on the play clock. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, Cousins. And this is caught by Jackson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Tuck it and run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second down following the run. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And for the third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
To throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Looking to throw. He's got Cruz complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
This throw caught right around the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the completion, nice throw, nice catch, but Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. It's Thompson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Cousins now on second down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Cousins here to throw. Completes it right side to Doxson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Cousins on first down. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but